Now we have a trinomial that we can factor pretty quickly. We could factor this since it's already in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. We can find two numbers that multiply to the c term and add up to the b term. And so let's organize those terms. Understand that your c term is a negative 30, not a positive 30. The b term is a negative 7. Off the top of your head, this might be difficult. Let's brainstorm a little bit. We have 10 and 3, but one of these needs to be negative. So let's say we have negative 10. When we multiply negative 10 and a positive 3, we're going to get negative 30, which is good. But let's see if we could add them to get a negative 7. In this case, we do. The trick I use to help myself, if my b term is negative, I know that the larger number from my factors that I'm finding needs to be negative. So if you know the numbers for sure, if you knew that 10 and 3 were going to be our factors that we're going to use, you can automatically apply the negative sign to the larger of the factors, in this case the 10, because I know that the larger number needs to be negative for us to get a negative number. Let's say you were still brainstorming though. Let's say you were thinking of 6 and 5. Well, we could prove that 6 and 5 aren't the factors. I know that, let's say we put negative 6. We can multiply negative 6 and positive 5 to give me negative 30, which is great. That's a great first step. But let's add them together. We get negative 1. And so since I didn't get negative 7, I know that 6 and 5 aren't my factors. Let's try real quick doing a 6 and a negative 5, because we still get the negative 30, even if you apply the negative sign to the 5. But if we add these together, we just get a positive 1, which is also not what we want. So I know for sure 10 and 3, more specifically negative 10 and positive 3, are my factors. And what you're allowed to do is you're allowed to separate or split this polynomial, this trinomial, into two binomials. So we have x minus 10 and x plus 3. We're going to use the factors that we found. All that hard work was for this reason here. Because of the zero product rule, we can split these into two different equations. We have x minus 10 equals 0, and then x plus 3 equals 0. Now we can start solving for x regular. We get x equals 10 and x equals negative 3.